Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly check-in for the 15th to the 21st of October. So within this weekly check-in, we're going to be paying attention to Pluto going direct in Capricorn, which happened on the 11th of October. So Pluto, as you might already know, is a sign that's associated, well, a planet, sorry, not a sign. It's a planet that rules Scorpio, and it's associated with transformation, rebirth, regeneration, evolution, power, sex as well. Capricorn is connected to how we use material and physical resources, also structures, traditions, hierarchies, and commitments and discipline. So collectively, for everyone, we might be experiencing or observing transformations around the Capricornian, if that's a real word, themes. So around transformations around structures, traditions, hierarchies, how or where we commit, where we're disciplined, and also transformations in how we use physical and material resources as well. So for Sagittarians collectively, this is happening in your second house, which is Taurus. Second house is connected to Taurus, so that's going to be around wealth, possession, stability, your values as well. If you want to get more specific, then you'll need to look at your individual birth chart to see which house it's happening in there. I can say for myself as a Libran, the collective side of things, it happens in the fourth house collectively for Libras. It's been very relevant for me. And in my personal individual birth chart, it's in my sixth house, so it's been very relevant there as well. But anyway, let's get started with your reading. So the books you can see here are from the Oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. We're going to start off by getting you your tarot cards. So we'll get your main theme first of all. So what is the main theme for Sagittarius for this week? This weekly check-in, please. Okay, and you have the Ace of Cups, and it was kind of sideways, but I'm going to keep it upright. So we're also going to get your energy specifically. And you have Temperance, that's your card. Actually, it's a Sagittarian card. We're going to get any surrounding or external energies. You get the Two of Swords. And we're going to get you a card for advice or guidance as well. So you've got two. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, and you also have Judgment as well. So next we're going to get you an oracle card from the Le Vampire's deck. Let's see if I can shuffle this on camera now, because I've been saying to all the other signs I've been having problems shuffling. Ooh. Yep, see, there you are. Having problems shuffling on camera, so I might have to start shuffling the bigger decks in particular off camera, because it's difficult. So actually I will shuffle this one off camera. And I have changed my setup slightly again. I'm lower down to the ground. So you've got, okay, your card, the card you have here is Natural, Authentic, Real, Organic. And we will also get you a card from the Sacred Power deck as well. So what else does Sagittarius need to know for the weekly check-in, bearing in mind Pluto going direct in Capricorn? Great, that one came out. I think that was on camera, wasn't it? I wasn't looking, I was looking at the card. So you've got two actually. You have Animal Kingdom. So this is a card that is very much about instincts, using your instincts. And I will have a brief look in the book because there is a specific part that might be relevant. And you have Boundaries, which is about boundaries, isn't it? So let me get the book for the Animal Kingdom card, because it does give you an instruction, which I think will be quite helpful. So the key part of the message says, keep it simple and stay focused. Listen to your instincts. So there's a bit here, this end part, so this might be relevant. So it says the animals ask you to stay focused and balanced. So temperance is a card of balance, isn't it? Spend time in nature and connect to the animals around you. Stop and listen to their chatter, music, song and dance. They will share messages of healing and wisdom whenever you choose to listen. Connect to your power animal for guidance. It has messages for you. Right now it says focus on the card. So you may need to pause. Just have a good look at the card. Which animal are you drawn to? This will now identify the medicine of the animal kingdom you need right now. So I'm trying to hold it as still as I can. So the bear represents hibernation, strength and confidence, challenges ahead. The wolf is related to seeing the truth, being cautious, following your intuition. The owl is about higher wisdom, observation, dreaming and transition. The deer is about family, gentleness, unconditional love and speed. And the eagle is about perspective, call to source and patience. Okay. So I can see a connection already. I mean, obviously instincts would be connected to this as well. But in terms of boundaries, natural, authentic, real, organic, where you are feeling any sort of sense of interference in you being your authentic self, that may be where you need to set boundaries. In fact, let's have a quick look at just the brief part of the natural message. I actually love that card. It's yeah. Right, so the blessing of the card is when you take away the trappings of money, power, status in the world, you are left with the things of the spirit. And you are rich in the ways of the soul indeed. This creates a balanced, centered, strong core. The curse says too much reliance on the feedback of society. Self-worth is centered in status and therefore is constantly shifting, uncentered. So when you rely too much on the feedback of society and your self-worth is based on that, then it stops you from being grounded, doesn't it? And I guess that's where the boundaries come in blocking that shit out, basically. And then the animal kingdom card about instincts is to do with being natural and your authentic self, organic, real. Just the final part that says, working with this card, there has been an over-reliance on ways of identifying who you are, whether you have categorized yourself by a job or your appearance, personality or wealth and background. It is time to go beyond this to who you truly are and know yourself from the inside out. This does not require puzzlement and complexity. It requires quiet distillment and true reflection and contemplation of the self. You have too many definitions others have given you. Let them go and learn the song within you and give voice to that in order to become natural and truly fulfilled as your own self. Do I need to do the rest of the reading, or shall I just leave it at those oracle cards? Because that feels like that actually feels like enough, to be honest. I mean, I will get into the cards, but to be honest, that's yeah. So as I said, it's in your second house. So it mentioned money and the trappings of society, and I spoke of transformations there and values. It can be physical possessions, but values are your core values as well. So that may be something to think about. What are your true values? I mean, outside of possessions and status and things like that and stability, what are your values outside of that? What's authentic to you? So let's get into the tarot. So you've got the Ace of Cups as your main theme. So I would say that's, without clarifying yet, that's about wanting or desiring fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. So again, outside of the material possessions. I mean, you do have a pentacle there. And then your energy is one of creating balance, isn't it? So maybe that's something you're trying to do. You're trying to create balance and harmony between. Obviously, we do need money to survive and to have stability. But yeah, you do need to kind of balance that with your spiritual sense of fulfillment as well, don't you? So let's get the clarifiers out and let's see what we can find out from the Ace of Cups as your main theme. Okay, So what does Sagittarius need to know about that Ace of Cups? And you get Temperance again, your card again. You get the Queen of Wands, which is a fire sign. And I was going to say balance just from the Temperance card, but then you've got Six of Pentacles again. Yeah, you've got a lot about balance here. So obviously Temperance, we often say, is connected to balance, harmony, alchemy, spiritual connection. It can be sometimes for me as well. The Queen of Wands, as she is one, she's known as the witch, or she can be known as the witch in the deck as well, and that is a spiritual connection, isn't it? However, she can also be, she potentially would be a status seeker, I think. Maybe, well, yeah, probably status. Because she can be seen as someone that enjoys attention. She receives attention. She probably enjoys attention as well. You've got the Six of Pentacles here. This is a card of generosity. And it is also a card of balance as well, probably financial balance there. Let's get one more, and then I think I'm going to do the Queen of Wands on its own, because it's sort of standing out to me as needing attention. Actually, I've just said that she can be known to be someone that needs attention. Try that again. And it does stand out as someone that as a card that needs attention, should I say, not a person. Right, Three of Pentacles, that can be about working with others. And then we have the Six of Wands, which that can be about status, can't it? It's about, it can be to do with victory and recognition, accolades, being noticed, being seen. It's often about for me as well. Is that what you need to feel fulfilled? Do you need attention to feel fulfilled? Do you need to be able to work with others and be valued by others? Do you feel that you have to be generous and to be acknowledged by others? What does it mean to you? Let's look at that Queen of Wands. Maybe you're thinking about all of the things that make you feel valuable as a person. Right, so Ace of Pentacles is clarifying the Queen of Wands. She can be known as the go-getter as well. And then you've got the Ace of Pentacles there. So do you sort of feel like success, financial success in terms of your status, will bring you emotional fulfillment? Is that something that's going on with you at present? Or is that something you're considering? Right, that would be the emotional side of things, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think you might be thinking about this. You could potentially be wondering, what do I need to feel valuable and valued in life? Maybe you're trying to get a balance between everything in terms of your career and being valued as a human being, as an individual as well. With that Three of Pentacles there, it does make me wonder if there could be for some people a work aspect to things where you are wanting recognition in terms of work, or to be successful in terms of work. But as I say, there's the emotional side. So it's like either you're wanting balance with that, or you need balance with it as well in terms of your emotional fulfillment and your physical fulfillment too. So let's put these back. So I'll put the sub-clarifiers back in the deck. You may be seeking an opportunity to be seen. That's something that's coming up with the Queen of Wands that was there, and the Ace of Pentacles. I've got the thought in my mind about, and it may not be this specifically about actors, because for me the Queen of Wands would be probably, out of all of the signs, the one that would most likely be an actor. And it's just giving me that sort of image in my mind that, say if you've been someone who's pursued that path for a very long time and wanting to finally be recognised and acknowledged for your work, or acknowledged for your effort if you haven't actually found work in that field. Okay, let's move on. Let's look at Temperance, which I said is often about balance, harmony. It's your card, it's Sagittarius. I would say you're trying to create balance, because Temperance creates. They they bring two different things together to create something new. So we've got, I mean, this can be about status as well here with that Nine of Pentacles. It's someone who's clearly been successful. They have everything they need and they're independent as well. Anything else? That Four of Swords is back again. And that for me is contemplation. It's like a deep contemplation. He looks like he's in a meditative state. It can be about healing as well. This one feels a lot more like meditation. You've got the Seven of Wands, which I often say, this particular Seven of Wands for me is quite protective, like protecting what's sacred. Can also be standing up for something, but this gives more of a protective vibe compared to a lot of the Seven of Wands cards. Page of Pentacles. Let's get one more after him, and then I think I will clarify that Page of Pentacles on its own actually. Knight of Cups. Okay, so the Knight of Cups is very often about dreams, isn't it? Pursuing your dreams. Page of Pentacles for me, as I've repeated many times, is often about planting a new seed, wanting to start something new. It can be about learning as well. Sometimes it's where you feel like you don't have much to, you only have a little bit to put into a situation. Say if it was a financial investment, you've only got a little bit to invest in it. If it's time and energy and effort, maybe, like for example, say if you have a certain dream, but you're you're working like a 9 to 5 to survive and remain stable, then it's like you've only got a little bit of time and energy to put towards your dreams, haven't you? It's that kind of energy. So let's do the Page of Pentacles. Let's sub-clarify the Page of Pentacles first. Which way? This way. We'll do it this way. Six of Cups. Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords, okay. So you're getting young energy here, aren't you? I mean, the Six of Cups, this one is she an adult? Well, she's a young woman by the looks of it. She's not a child. Usually it's children in this card, but there's a lot of young energy here. Then you've got the Chariot, and that's an adult, isn't it? And the Chariot for me can be about discipline. It can be about alignment. It can be about movement. You may have an old dream because it's come up so close to the Knight of Cups. And as I say, the Page of Pentacles is a child. There may be an old dream, like something that you've aspired to for a very long time that you're wanting to pursue. And you're thinking about it maybe because Six of Cups, she looks really wistful and nostalgic. Knight of Wands is the one that pursues. The Knight of Swords goes off and goes out and speaks their truth into the world, don't they? They share what they know, they share what they want to say, and the Chariot is movement forward. Let's clarify that Seven of Wands and see what's being protected. Or maybe it's a sense of wanting to fight for your dream as well. If you do have a dream or aspiration, we've got the Seven of Swords there. So that can be secretive for me sometimes, the Seven of Swords. And with the Seven of Wands, where I said she's protecting something sacred, it could be a secret. It could just be about wanting to fight for whatever it is that you want that you aspire to, and being willing to risk it or take a risk to go towards it. But you would be protective of your dreams, especially if it's a long-held one, and you would be concerned. It would feel risky if you're sort of wondering, will it turn out the way I want it to? Will it work? Anything else from that Seven of Wands? The King of Cups. So it's like, you know how you feel about it, but you probably haven't said anything about it. You're very protective of it. Anything else? Following on from that King of Cups. Death card, that's a card of transformation, and that is now a cliffhanger, so I definitely need to get another one after that. The World, that's just, yeah, you might now be, as I say, the King of Cups knows how he feels about something, but he doesn't tell anyone. Because you've got Death and the World there, big cards of change. You may be now ready to speak on it and to let it be known. I mean, it could be as simple as, well, not as simple as, but something to do with you being yourself as well, because you do have that authentic natural card there. And then we had the boundaries and the instincts, and we spoke of values. It could be about you expressing yourself and being more authentic in how you express yourself as well. Or something about yourself, potentially, that people don't already know, or that not many people already know. Okay, let's put the sub-clarifiers in the back. Or not in the back, back in the deck. I'm getting a feeling, a message as well, that you may be trying to create harmony between the image, and I don't know why image is coming into it so much, because the image that the world sees of you and the one you keep to yourself, the image you keep hidden to yourself, that's coming into things as well. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's coming, but okay. Because people don't get to see all of us, do they? But some of us are more, and it's not even reserved, like quiet. Sometimes people can seem extroverted, but they're still not, you're still not seeing them properly, if that makes any sense. Like they could be warm, bubbly, friendly, or loud and whatever, but that doesn't mean you're seeing who they really are, because we have control over how much we let people see of us, don't we? Okay, let's move on to that Two of Swords here, which is like an external or surrounding energy for you. The wolf for me is about instincts as well. So let's see what that Two of Swords says, if I can get the deck the right way. Queen of Swords, so that's about speaking your truth. See, the Two of Swords, this one I always notice how she's hiding them behind her back. Like she doesn't want anybody else to see, but there's like the wolf, as I say, it's like instinct behind her. So it can be about two truths, and this is where you would need to choose which truth you want to speak on, or that you want to share. So again, if that was in terms of identity, then yeah, it's deciding what truth do you want to share with the world. What do you want the world to see of you and know of you that's true about you, that's authentic, that's real. So Seven of Pentacles for me is often the Is It Worth It card. You've got the Ten of Wands, which is about burdens and whether or not you want to or can drop the burden. You have the Ten of Cups. Anything else? You may feel like there's something you need to say or speak on to feel liberated. I get a sense of liberation from the Justice card, the Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Swords as well. Again, it could be to do with any dream or aspiration that you have that will give you fulfillment in that particular area of your life, and that you have to speak up on that. Again, it could just be sharing yourself with the world, what you value, sharing what you value with the world, since we're speaking about second house stuff is involved here as well. It could be speaking on what you want to invest with that Seven of Pentacles there as well. But it feels like it needs to come out in the open, like it's a burden that you're keeping it to yourself and you need to express it and let it out. So that could be a challenge for you, is being open about it, sharing your truth, being open and honest about it, about what it is that will make you happy, what you want to invest in, what you value, whatever it is that you want to share about yourself. I'm going to get one for the Seven of Pentacles, a sub-clarifier for that. King of Cups is back again. Anything else? Let's see. Nine of Swords. So, okay, you got a bit of anxiety there about opening up. You might be asking, is it worth sharing this? Is it worth letting anyone know about this? Whatever it is. Yeah, you've got the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's worry about being open and expressing or speaking on something, sharing it. I'll get one more. Three of Wands. I'm going to get one more after that Three of Wands, because the Three of Wands for me is often about intentions, but it could be next to the Chariot. That could be about the journey as well, or about moving forward with your intentions. Okay. But it's still a question of, is it worth it? Whatever it is you need to express, share, your intentions are, there's a question around, is it worth it? Is it worth putting the time and energy and effort into? Let's look at the Ten of Cups quickly before I get to your advice. So we've got the World. I wasn't going to take that one, but it seems to want to stay there. That's the High Priestess. And then we have the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So if you can see all of those, I think you can. So it's about liberating whatever idea, thought, values, whatever it is you need to have to, because you feel that that will bring you fulfillment and move you forward in life. It looks like there is a need to trust your intuition, or you don't know everything you need to know right now. Well, you know what you need to know right now, but you don't know everything right now with that High Priestess and the Eight of Cups there. You're definitely wanting to go towards fulfillment, more towards fulfillment, but with that Moon there, that's like the unknown. So as I say, you may need to follow your intuition, but you will receive the information one step at a time. You're not going to know everything all in one go. And then you've got the Ten of Pentacles, so there could be an element of wealth and financial stability there that you're seeking as well, or legacy often comes up with that. Let's get something for the Ten of Pentacles on its own. Actually, I'm sub-clarifying a sub-clarifier. Try that again. You get the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, it just still feels like opening up about what it is that you value and what you desire will help to take you on the path towards that. With the Knight of Swords, again, that's communication. The Lovers are the things that you love, and then the Seven of Cups. It feels like it can be dreams, like aspirations and opportunity as well, but it feels like you need to express that to get it out and be authentic with it as well. And be yourself. As I say, it could be more so about being yourself. Right, let's look at your guidance for this. So I'm just putting these back in the deck, but I put them in different places than they were in there before, so it's just going to take me a minute. Okay. Well, as soon as I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles and Judgment card, as advice, the message that's coming through to me is give yourself the opportunity to be who you really are. That's what's, whatever that means for you. Whether it involves the job or work that you do. Say if you've always done work that is just, you're not feeling it, like it's never been genuine to you. The relationships you've had, the friendships you've had, whether it's that you've tried to keep up appearances, and I don't mean it in the Hyacinth Bouquet way, which probably not many people know who I'm talking about. Keeping up appearances in terms of like status of having an image of being successful and whatever that is. But no, I didn't mean it that way. I meant it more in the sense of Keeping up appearances as in acting as if you're okay with things, certain things in your life when you're not. Being honest about that with yourself and other people, and being open to changing that, giving yourself the opportunity to change things and transform things as well, and making sure that the boundaries are there, the boundaries are set if anybody tries to come in and derail you from your intentions and your plans. And again, that instinct, animal kingdom instincts card is there as well. What are your instincts telling you about what is authentic to you? Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles and Judgment. So Judgment, as I said, it can be second chances, it can be reviewing the past, it can be transforming. An Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity, it's planting a new seed as well, isn't it? So that's why I said give yourself the opportunity. So we have the Ace of Swords, and that can be about authenticity, can't it? It's expression, expressing yourself honestly. Ace of Cups, yeah, I would say express whatever it is that fulfills you and what you have to give as well. Yeah. So that's where the transformation, yeah, two cards of transformation next to each other, Death and Judgment. Allow the transformation to happen by expressing. In fact, both the Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords are about expressing. Expressing who you are will transform. And there's different ways of doing that. It's not just about literally going around telling people this is who I am. In fact, that's probably not the best way of doing it. We share who we are by, well, yes, by how authentic we are, but it's not in the way you think. So it's like just in little conversations. Like, do you ever have conversations with people and it's not that you want to force your opinions on people, but they say something that you, in your mind, you're thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? That's horrible. But you sit there and you just nod your head. Like, you don't actually agree with them, but you just can't be bothered to disagree with them. Things like that, where stuff like that happens. As I say, it's not about shoving your opinion down someone else's throat, but be honest. If you absolutely disgusted by what they've said, you know, sort of at least be willing to say, actually, I disagree. You don't have to explain yourself. I mean, you can if you want to, that's fine. You can challenge them. You can get into a debate, depending on how you feel. But you don't even have to challenge them. But at the very least, say, I completely disagree with that, if nothing else. And then that's one way that you're being authentic. If you ever go, say, if you go out with friends, and you go into a restaurant or something and they're suggesting one place and you actually hate the place, you hate the food, but you always go along with that, whatever they suggest, for once, sort of say, actually, can we go somewhere different instead? I really don't like that place. And if they disagree, then cross that bridge when you get to it, but at least be open enough to be honest about what you want. So those are little things, those are little ways that we are authentic. If you went shopping with someone and they suggested an outfit for you and you thought it was bloody horrific, but you didn't want to offend them, so you're like, oh yeah, that's nice. Be honest. You don't have to be rude about it and say, oh, it's bloody horrific, but be like, oh no, I prefer something else, you know. I mean, you'll figure it out, but there are different ways of being, little ways of being authentic, not people pleasing. Like at work, for example, if you're the yes person at work, don't be the yes person. If you can not be the yes person, then just be honest. If you can't do something or you don't want to and it's not in your contract and you don't have to do it, then stand up for yourself in that way. But let me see, is there anything else I need to see with this? I will get one more, but I feel like that's covered. The advice is to express yourself and give yourself the opportunity to be who you really are and allow yourself to transform. Set your boundaries with people where you if you feel like you're pressured into anything. Yeah, I mean, the King of Swords is all about authenticity, isn't he? He may be seen as stern at times. He probably is stern at times, but I can't see him letting anyone tell him what to do. He has the boundaries. I would say he's very authentic. He's very honourable, and he trusts what he knows as well. So you may need to take this energy on. Right, so that kind of wraps it up. I'm going to get you a final oracle card from... and I will have a look at the box because my memory is just not great today, even though it's right in front of me. The Oracle of Shadows and Light, and I have used the deck a million times, so I should know what it's called. I'm just slightly, slightly tired today. Okay, so final message for Sagittarius, and I know what the title of your video is going to be. Can you guess? No? Okay, try that again. Give that one more attempt. There we go. Oh God, there's loads. There's loads. The same card came back out actually, so that is probably very, very relevant to you. Right, so you have 3. Wow, you've got boundaries twice. Feel free to share what is going on with this boundaries thing. So we'll put that there. I don't think we can actually fit all of them, can we? We'll try. Right, so again, Death and the Maiden, invasion, boundaries violated, dominance. So I am definitely, I'm not going to read the whole message for each card, but I will have a look at like the brief part. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room for all of these, am I? We'll try. You have Angel of Time, working too hard. I think we'll put that one there. Let's put that on top of there, then you can still see the words at least. And you also have Snow Angel, the signs are with you already. That's not too bad, is it? Right, so let's get the book for you and let's look at Angel of Time. Sorry, not Angel of Time. Let's look at Death and the Maiden, the boundaries card. So that's 28. So I'm just going to read the divination message, which is shorter than the entire message, right? It says, there is a very out of balance relationship between you and another at this time. It may be that you are death, taking too much and imposing on another, and all the while blind as this skeleton to the truth. Or it may be that you are the maiden and have no defenses against another who is draining you, claiming all the while to love you. You may have been drawn into the drama and colour and entertainment of a relationship that is full of highs and lows and passion, but you are now discovering that it is tiring, draining and lacking in respect. It is time to truthfully assess this relationship and take steps to be safer, more protected and more respected. Do not attempt to convince death of its problems. Those real people will only draw closer, cling harder and convince you that you have a problem, not them. You may feel fear as to what they will do once you separate from them, as they are vindictive and malicious. Freedom is worth the trial of separating. Ask yourself, is this relationship healthy for me? If the answer is no, then you must take steps to go. Yeah, you may be, depending on what type of relationship this may be sort of having a negative impact on your ability to be yourself. Let's move on to the working too hard card, Angel of Time. So again, I'm just going to read the divination message, which is not too long. Right, it says, time for a break from mechanical technical work is needed. Please take breaks from electronic devices like computers, cell phones and even iPods, clocks and watches. It is time to simply rest in nature's embrace. Swim in the ocean, float in a lake, walk in a forest, meditate in a cave. Camping, hiking and gardening would be of most benefit at this time. It's time to unwind the tightly coiled springs and detach from the mechanics of the deadlines and immerse yourself in nature's time and truth. The Angel of Time tells you to do this now. So yeah, somebody may be working too hard, and again, that's where the boundary needs to be set. Feel free to go back to the animal card at the beginning and see what animal stands out if you haven't done that or made a note of it or something, because that might be helpful and relevant. Right, Snow Angel, the signs are already with you. So you may be, if this is connected to the boundaries card, you may have been asking for signs about whether you should stay or go in a situation, and yeah, you'll see what the card means. I've got this quite a few times, so I know what it means, but yeah, you might have asked for signs already. Okay, so it says, the divination message says, you have already received very definite, clear signs, ones that you have asked for over and over again. The Snow Angel will reply again, but it is the message you are refusing to hear, not her presence, that is denied you. It is your own fear and attachment to hesitating that keeps you on pause. It is time to see what has already been shown to you and to take action immediately without hesitation. The Snow Angel has shown you so very clearly that you are protected and cared for. Now it is time for you to do exactly that for yourself. And yes, you can. Open your senses up to angelic guidance. So one thing I can say about staying or going, the signs are already with you. Sometimes I'm not sure what kind of signs you expect. I know for myself, sometimes I expect some huge, massive sign that I should do something or leave something, and sometimes it is literally just your gut instinct. And without getting too deep into it, because it's a long story that I've explained in another signs video, there was a job I started at one point in my life many years ago, and from the very first day I started that job all the way until I left it several months later, I always felt very uncomfortable and uneasy every time I went to work. Couldn't explain it. I had to go to work every day to the park afterwards to feel grounded. I used to spend half an hour in the park to feel grounded. I just thought, oh, well, I'm just nervous because it's a new experience. It's not something I've worked in before. But I always had this weird uneasy feeling. I just kind of felt on edge all day while I was at work. And what happened was that the way it appears is that a member of staff just had an issue with me and wanted me out. And yeah, I was pushed out of the job. And one thing I can say is when I told that particular person that seemed to want me out that I was leaving, they had a mask slip. If you've ever heard of a mask slip, where they looked like, if you've heard this saying as well, the cat that got the cream, when I told them I was leaving, but it was like a mask slip. So that expression of pure joy that I was going was like 1 second, and then it went to like a serious expression of more like, oh God, I'm sorry you're leaving kind of thing. But yeah, so my gut instinct was right. I just didn't understand what it was. Sometimes that's what it is, isn't it? If you feel anxious around a person or in a situation all the time and it's ongoing and there's not really a valid or justifiable or obvious reason for it, then sometimes that's the sign. But I will leave your video there, Sagittarius. As usual, feel free to leave your comments. If you want to like or share the video, feel free to do that too. And you are welcome to subscribe to the channel as well. But until the next video, please take care.